style and charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through gossip, the latest craze. Trying him to cook, oh how they dazzle they do. We keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades, roots of F3. Sharing the vibe, feel the edges that they crease. Page by page, return our worlds. Sit still and strong as life unfurls.
Hey, 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 ladies and gents, front porch crew. We back with our second live, Saturday Night Live, baby. How y'all doing? Y'all ready for the shenanigans? Let me put my glasses on, child. My eyes are a little tired, so I gotta put the glasses on so I can see the chat. Come on in, everyone. Happy Saturday. Let me speak to the chat. Hey, let's talk about it. Oh, welcome, boo, to Saturday Night Live with Lady T-Bug on the front porch. Nestos is back for round 2. Thank you so much. Hey, CW. Sherry with the Y. B. Williams. Hey, listen to me. Welcome to the live. It's the Saturday Night Live. Come on in. Complicated. You was here with me earlier, cutting up. Thank y'all so much for coming back. The Duchess. It Talks with TK. Hey, girl. Hey. Welcome to the live. We taking it over to TikTok, baby. We have a story time that we're going to get into. Then I'm going to drop the link. So if you have something to say, in the earlier live about Ernesto and ponytail jail, GEL jail, JAIL jail, this ponytail series, feel free to come up and express your thoughts verbally. Come on in. We'll give them to about the 5-minute mark to get in here and get ready for the shenanigans. Come on, AK. AK's POV. Welcome. Happy Saturday to you as well. What I call this deception, disaster, and damn divorce, baby. It's the 3 Ds for me. How's everyone doing? I don't want to give no little porch topic because I think this is gonna be a damn enough. And this is gonna be a 3-part series. I'm gonna try to wrap it up on tomorrow. Okay, because I want to talk about the LA shenanigans. LA, Vegas, Vicky, just in time. The Vegas shenanigans on Monday. And I gotta wrap up Alicia. Even though I think her sentencing is December 8th. So we definitely gotta circle the block on her. Hey, Caramel. Hey, again to Vic to the Veil. Hey, Gabby girl. Welcome back to everybody that was here for the part 1 live. This is part 2. We starting out with some shenanigans from TikTok. If y'all been on TikTok, just social media, period. These people been trending. And I told y'all I had to go down the rabbit hole with them because I'm like, who is these couples? What is they talking about? They got all the shit that I like, all the messiness that I love, all the gossip, okay, that we like to discuss here on the front porch. So I had to go down a rabbit hole like I did with the crybaby lady, okay? Kiki. And I need to go over there and see what Kiki got going on. I'm pretty sure she has some updates. I think she had been doing some interviews, and a lot of people have been reaching out to her, doing her hair, giving her massages, just trying to, build her self-esteem and make her feel good about herself after the shenanigans with her 7-month marriage. Let me go over there and see what Kiki got going on while we waiting. You know it's Brenay and them. Thank you, TK. I've been waiting on somebody to drop it in the damn chat, honey. We are talking about Brenay. Okay, Big Tim, Devon, and Akira. You got it. Thank you, TK. Okay. Oh, look like she getting gifts from Timu. Okay. So Kiki look like she got her little glam squad. She getting back to herself. She's so cute. Okay. Oh, she was on Tasha K. Y'all ain't tell me that. She did an interview with Tasha K, y'all. Okay. Kiki out in them streets. I don't think she has the kids back yet. Okay, so the update with Kiki, okay, the little crying diva, she has moved into a new place. Okay. Hey, cross country cruise her a real hot mess with Brenay and the defendant. Yeah, we gotta slow walk it. That's why we're gonna take it back to for the people that are not familiar with the story, we're gonna take it back to the beginning of the end, the middle, and then court. Okay. So that's how I broke it up. Okay, it's not that bad. I think the one that we're gonna look at tonight is a bootleg version that I just put together. It's like 13 minutes. The next one, part two, is less than 20 minutes. And I don't know, part three is probably gonna be like 10 minutes. So it's not too long. It's not information overload. It's just a little something. But before we go there, let's check in on Kiki, Sean, and then we're gonna go to Akira and Brenay, baby. The boy is mine. They got so much going on. Child. Let's see. Let me see if I can get Facebook up here. I'm trying to see if it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to take this down. Do, 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 do. I be liking to have me a little border up here because y'all know they be tripping on us about this on other social media platforms. Okay, let's see here. They as in YouTube.
Hey y'all, welcome to my crib. Y'all see? I want to thank everybody for the $1,696 on my GoFundMe. This is my place. I only had enough for the deposit and the first month rent, but I am so thankful. Tell me God won't do it. Tell me God won't do it. I'm gonna tell y'all this, when I do come up with the rest and I do get my hustle on and I get some furniture in here, I'm gonna take y'all through everything. But for now, this is my bathroom and this is my room. Now, stay tuned because I'm gonna take y'all through everything that I do. I am so grateful for all the help. I'm so grateful for everything. Like, I finally did it, y'all. And stay tuned because also, when I get my stuff together, I plan on doing a giveaway to give back to people that are going through the same thing like me. But hey, thank you.
You okay? Okay, Kiki moving up. Yeah, she lost her job, when she had her mental health breakdown, due to the shenanigans with the husband of 7 months. Okay, so Kiki got a new place with her GoFundMe account monies, but I'm sure she gonna get a big check off of social media because she been running it up. Okay. Okay, now she got the Bible up here. Let's see. Oh, she got music. I can't listen to the music. Okay.
Like Beyonce, like
Hey, girl. Okay, here she go talking about her Tasha K interview.
I'm a mess right now.
Girl.
Hey y'all, hey Team Kiki and people that's not Team Kiki. I understand. I'm not gonna be for everyone. But everyone always asking, why do you always come to social media? Why do you live your life on social media? Well, I am an open book. And to me, transparency, that's power. People always say that they want the real until the real actually shows up. Like it's women that come to my inbox and they open up to me and let me know that because I came out, they're comfortable with coming out themselves. If sharing my truth makes you feel uncomfortable, then I'm
Ain't
sorry.
making that
That's
about
more that I can
music.
say about you. That has nothing to do with me. I am comfortable enough to
Hey,
come to the
Tanya be
internet,
here.
to come to a person in person, whatever it is. This is who I am. We literally only have one life to live, and I'm going to live it. And what keeps me going is my kids. Right now, I'm healing. I'm focused on being a better woman. But who's to say that because I'm healing, I can't post online or I have to go into a closet or dark room like I once was to really just come out with myself? No. So, any woman out there that's battling, going through abusive relationships, infidelity, depression, anything of the sort, please, baby, come on here, talk to us, talk to me. I'm here. It's people that are going to be here for you. Not everybody's going to be for you, and not everybody's going to be for me, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to tell you one thing: as long as God have breath in my body, I'm going to keep showing up and showing out, and I'm here for everyone, even if you're not here for me, baby. Again, that sounds like a you problem. Okay. Anyways, clock that tea. Hey
All
y'all.
right, girl. No, I don't think she's gotten the kids back yet.
Mirror on the wall.
Tell Kiki it's a mess. Okay, there go the little cuties. All right, Kiki girl, bye. Nope, does not appear that she has gotten the kids back yet. She just moved into a new place that she got with her GoFundMe account money. She said she had enough for the deposit and for first month's rent. But we know Kiki done ran up a damn bag on this internet, so I'm sure she'll be able to maintain the place. I mean, a lot of her videos was getting over 1 million views, so I'm sure she's getting a checker. And now she's doing paid interviews. She's gonna be on Tasha K. So that's our Kiki update. Now on to some more shenanigans with some more social media influencers or content creators, whatever you know, however you want to refer to these folks. They're living their life out here, openly on social media. And like Kiki said, they don't care. They want to share it. It's therapeutic for them. They don't feel like they should have to hide or disconnect from social media. Social media is their diary. Um, I'll link the video. We done 2 videos on her previously. She's the lady that was crying in the wedding dress, talking about how her husband of 7 months was cheating on her, and she was doing the ugly cry. I know we did 2 videos on her. I'll link them. Hey, chocolate drop. I'll link them here so you can go back and listen to our commentary because we had a panel too, and the panel ate her up. Yes, yes, she does. Oh, look, chicks are. I know who you talking about, baby. I ain't know that was her. Yeah, can get her mojo back, and a lot of people been doing like free services for her, like her hair, her makeup, just massages, just, the GoFundMe. People was reaching out to her because they really felt her pain and they wanted to, see her, move on to bigger and better things. And most importantly, get her kids back. You missed that one. That's okay. I'll link it. Now on to these other shenanigans. I gotta give y'all the background on this child. Some of y'all I'm glad that are familiar with them, so y'all can help me out in the damn chat. Yeah, she really been through it. Okay. So let's get into it, child. Let me put up my thumbnail because some of y'all don't even know who the hell I'm talking about. Okay. Let me remove her. Yeah, good for her. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to remove this for a second. Okay. Back here in the back with the black tee with the breasts hanging to the knees is Brenay. Okay. This is also Brenay over here with the red, well, honey, blonde, kinky wave. That's also Brenay. Okay. Next to her is Tim. Okay. Next to Tim is his ex-wife, Akira. Next to Akira in the middle is Devon, who is Brenay's ex-husband. Okay. And this chick over here, I think this is Tim Nubu. Not Tim Nubu, excuse me, Devon Nubu. Okay. she took a stray by being here, okay? So in the back, we have Brenay. From my left to right, I think it's the same as y'all. Honey Blonde, that's Brenay again. Tim, Akira, and Devon. Them the main Ohio players here, okay? Baby, Devon done shook us. Baby done shook the hate off. He like old Kiki over there. He done had a Jenny Jones makeover. Hey, Royal. Okay, the book on TT say Kiki husband still in the picture. Okay, they were down to the Halloween together. They say she pulling stunts and shows. Okay, Devon new girlfriend is cute. I forgot her name. I think it's in them court documents. Hey, is this real? I've been thinking it's real. I think it is. Hey, Miss Boogie Down, you just in time. Not the tea. Hey, call me, darling. Come in, everybody, and happy Saturday to you guys. I appreciate y'all coming around here for round 2. We are introducing some new drama, some new mess, some new gossip, some new court proceedings, divorce, cheating in the next room. Your man is my man, and my man is your man. Shenanigans tonight on the damn front porch. Akira is the other girl. Akira has the braids. No, Akira is right here with the blue on. With the braids. That's Akira. I forgot her name. The new girlfriend, though. Sure. Akira should have put a Brenay on Brenay and had not healed with Devon. Akira says she not for the streets. Okay. I'll get the girlfriend name that's over there in, with the light blue. Look like this may be a little lace top with that light blue. I'll get her name, but she ain't really important. She just called a straight. Okay. Let's back it up. Okay. So the main 4 characters is Brenay and Tim, Akira and Devon. Okay, I should have put their names up here. The 2 in the middle, right here with the flannel jacket and the blue top with the braids. They were married, okay? His name is Tim, her name is Akira. They were married, okay? Now, I put Big Nate back here in the back behind Devon here in the green. They were married. Now, according to the street committee, Tim, the guy in the flannel, Devon in the green are first cousins. But I have not been able to validate that. I don't know whose siblings, children they are, I don't know if they were just calling each other cousins, but that is a rumor. So I want to go ahead and put that out there. So because they are allegedly first cousins, okay, they would hang out together and naturally bring their wives along for the, the outings, the birth of the kids, the card night, football night, and all those things, right? Because they're first cousins allegedly. So with me, I'm close with my first cousins. Okay. So I could see, us doing couple things, date things, hanging out. Okay. That was not odd. That was not weird. The weird and odd part about it is Brenay, okay, used to date Tim back in the day in high school. Okay. So the kissing cousins, I mean, the play cousins, as we say in the chat, knew about this. So after Tim and Akira got married, Brenay and Devon got married. With knowing the information that she used to date his cousin back in high school. Okay. He was like, you can have a sheep of the streets. I'm happily married. I'm not checking for her. But things get tricky. Okay, things get tricky. So hopefully y'all able to, follow the story if you're not familiar with the content. Okay. Let me look at my notes and make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so that's a little backstory with these folks. Thank you, B. Help a sister out. So again, they started hanging out as couples, hanging out at each other's home, doing the couples date, all of the shenanigans. But the word on the curve, okay, is that Brenay only got with Devon because she was obsessed with Tim and she was trying to get back with Tim, okay? And she did it through his cousin, Devon, okay? Now let me get to my video. Is it all the way back? We're gonna reintroduce them. Brenay was paired for the P, in my opinion. Well, shit don't look like Tim had a job, even when he was with Akira, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay. That's her husband, girl. Let me see. Okay, this may work for this. Okay. Here's Brenay again with the honey blonde hair and the tits to the knees. Okay. This is Devon before the Devon y'all see on the thumbnail. Okay. He had a Jenny Jones makeover. This is Brenay and Devon when they were married. Okay. Baby, he don't look nothing like that no more. But them tits still hanging. All she do is eat over there. Okay. This is them doing TikTok challenges or dances when they were married. Baby, that thing was banging back there. I don't even see how she didn't tip over and roll over in a damn a ball with that heavy chest laying low. Okay. Here's Akira. Okay. When she was married to Tim, Tim used to play football. Okay. This is a little picture of them when they were married. Just some more pictures of them. Now, here is with Brenay and Akira. Thought they was like, cousins-in-laws, and they were hanging together, and she didn't know that Brenay was only hanging with her and married to Devon, allegedly, because she wanted to get back with Tim. And this was her way in. When they said keep your damn frenemies close, they was talking about this heifer right here. So this them hanging out, riding in the car. They had music on, so I cut it off. I muted it, but y'all get the picture. Y'all get the visual. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let me get back over here to the chat. See what y'all talking about. Miss E, hey. Sure, let me see what y'all talking about. Akira, that girl. Okay, I'm back. I think I looked at all that. Okay, pay me for my pain. Let me get y'all comments back up here. You think Akira lawyer is robbing? Akira trying to get her full settlement money. Okay, pay me for my pain. Happy Saturday. I think they play cousins, child. I say kissing cousins. Oh, I meant play cousins. Brenay was paying for that pig, in my opinion. Then Tim sleep with her twin sister, allegedly. And they saying them babies that the sister has. Tim is the pappy. But child, I don't know. Because I don't know nothing about all this sharing, this damn Karen when it comes to my damn man. You know what I'm saying, Karen? You see how I did that? Hey, Karen. Hey, Miss E. Tim not fine enough. Baby, he ain't got enough moolah. Tim is a pimp. Shit, he want to be a kept man. Brenay boobs is low as hell. Yeah, they big as hell. I thought she was going to tip over when she was over there doing that little dance. She got some good knees, good knees. Look at her. Look. This heifer is the devil. Look at her. Now here's Devon. Let's hear from Devon. What happened, baby? What happened, Devon? Baby, your glow up. Your glow up is amazing. That's all I gotta say. You too young for me.
Divorce. It is not because of, we ain't even divorced yet, actually. We're still in the separation phase, but the damage that has been done to me throughout this whole little process is taking a toll on me. It's been driving me kind of crazy a little bit because I've been wanting to speak out about it just because the simple fact of all of this stuff that y'all see on the internet be so fake, bro. Y'all may say I never looked happy with her in the videos and whatnot, but y'all don't know nothing that went on behind closed doors or behind the camera. People don't know what I had to go through. People don't know what I had to deal with, but I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't have my faults either. Yes, I had some ways by myself too, but I never once thought about stepping out of my marriage to go be with somebody else. To sit here and say that I'm happy to see my wife with another man, no, I'm not. But I had to let that go just so I wouldn't continue to get myself hurt by chasing somebody who don't want to be with me. Do I wish we could have worked things out? Yes, any married couple would, but it has to be a team effort. But when it's not gonna work. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've struggled with just moving forward from this situation because it's like there's been a lot of unanswered questions, but everything has been shown through actions. So I have no choice but to accept my reality now and face the fact that things ain't gonna be the same ever again. I never once thought that going into marriage that it was gonna go like this. But you know, when people got other plans, they could really care less about you. And at this point, after this video, if it ruffles feathers and people feel some type of way about me, I could care less. To have somebody that you loved so dearly, play with so hard the way they did.
Hey, Gal, happy Saturday.
It really shows you that you really don't know people for who they really are. And it's just crazy to me how you can sit there and tell somebody that you love them, but then sit there and betray them like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought getting over this little situation would be so easy. I've even tried to move on myself. Made the mistake of trying to move on too early, and I've hurt people. And hopefully they forgive me. Life, they're feeling this pain. It's tough. And I don't really think a lot of people really speak out about it, but waking up, not feeling that joy that you used to feel because somebody stripped it away from you. They just took your heart and ran with it. All because of their lack of letting go. It sucks. Like for my wife to sit there and tell me that she loves another man, it's crazy to me. Like, you really had the nerve to sit there and tell me that to my face, that you love him and you don't want to hate him because he slept with your sister. And that you want to squash out those little feelings that you got towards him.
Brenay bold as hell.
But me trying to be understanding, I'm like, all right, go squash a little beef or whatever. So they do that.
Brenay is bold as hell. That's all I can say. The way people dropping like flies around the United States of America, ain't no way I'll be playing on nobody's top like this and think I'm going to be sleeping in the same home with his cousin with both of my eyes closed. I'm just saying.
And then now she wants to go spend Christmas with him and his family. And I'm like, I mean, we didn't really plan that, but all right, that's cool. We go do something different, spend quality time with them, I guess.
That's true.
But that whole week wasn't even really.
TK.
It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. There was a lot of them spending time together while their spouses are sitting there looking like, what's going on right now?
Right.
And it's like in that moment,
and that's nasty work, okay? Because they started spending time together as if they were not married. They, as in Brenay and Tim, as if they were no longer married to Devon and Akira. Okay, once they got back in and then they got them big breasts, them jugs on Tim, it was like they forgot about everybody else that was around them. She started to even bring Tim home in the home that she shared with Devon. Doing that nasty. Baby, they too bald for me.
Kind of realized like they got something going on. And it kind of made sense in him. Because after they made their little video together where she didn't want me in it with him, I called a little attitude and she got mad at me for getting the attitude. And then when we get back home after that Christmas weekend, I had a wedding ring, a new wedding ring that I had for her birthday. I gave it to her. She didn't even open it. And at that moment I knew something was going on. But I didn't think much of it. And then when I go to my cousin about how I felt about that situation where they was making that video and she didn't want to put me in it, I guess she overheard me talking about it to him. And she asked me like, why can't you express that to me? But I already knew I wasn't gonna be heard if I was to bring that to her. So I'm like, I ain't even gonna waste my breath. And should I have did that? No. But when I'm not being heard, I'm not about to keep forcing myself to be heard. And then a couple days after that, she want to hit me she want to separate, but not separate to divorce, but separate to better our relationship. And I'm like, we can just do that now. We have
I agree, TK.
But she feels like separation is the best way to go. And then Martin Luther King weekend comes up. And the crazy thing about that is, she ain't robbing me down there. She wanted to go down to my cousin in the house again. She ain't robbing me. She had my cousin come pick her up. And in that moment, I knew what was going on. I realized I was trying to get played with. So, I drive down there Friday night after I got off work. I get down there trying to give her a hug and kiss. She didn't want me to touch her. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, can we at least go outside and try and talk? No. And then later on that night, she wanted to hit me with she wanted a divorce. I'm like, bro, y'all like at that moment I realized like I'm getting played with. So I came up with a little joke and I was like, our proposal was fake. I made it seem real only because your mama came downstairs. And that broke her, I guess. That hurt her feelings to her core. But in that moment I didn't care. Because I already knew I was getting played with. But should I have made a little joke? No, but it is what it is. So the Saturday of that Martin Luther King weekend, we all go to this little park. And Tim and his wife is over there having a conversation. And me and Brenay having a conversation. And I asked her, I'm like, do y'all got something going on? And she asked me, how would you feel? Hypothetically, how would you feel if me and Tim were to rekindle? And in that moment, I already knew. I'm like, because the night before they was already talking about getting back together. So in that moment, I'm like, I'll get to y'all.
I'm gonna pause it right there because I feel so bad for him. Child, where the boy moms at? I know y'all would have been ready to pull up on this hussy. Okay, 3 or 4's always effing over good men, and vice versa. The next woman gonna feel it. You can see it on some of the videos that Brenay was over Akira's house, way too comfy, wearing them damn booty shorts, okay? Playing in Akira's face. I don't think either of these people like each other. You don't?
Not really meaning it, but it's like I'm not about to sit there and force myself.
Remember, this is after everything came out. I'm not going to try to go back and put something together prior to this, but this is afterwards, okay?
To try and fight for a relationship where you want to be with somebody else.
But I see where you're going.
Take it a step further, I started playing along with their game. She want to hit me with we get back home after Martin Luther King weekend, she hit me with she want to start bringing guys over. I'm like, nah, if you're going to be with him, you can bring him over. They do that. They sleep in the bed together, whatnot. She made it seem like she was going to sleep with me, but no, she slept with
No. He said, okay, well, you can start bringing guys over if you want to. Just go ahead and bring Tim over. He was trying to pull her what we call hoe card, okay? He was trying to, I guess feel her out to see if she was, big and bad and bold. And guess what had happened? It backfired on him.
Well, and in the moments, I'm like, yeah, all right. I kind of got my feelings a little bit, but I'm like, I took my L. Cried about it. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt to see it. But at that point, I just had to see it for myself to see if it was really real. And it was. And I'm pretty sure they're going to say something about me after this little video, but it is what it is. Whatever.
Sad and trying.
Oh, hold on, Brenay. Hold on, baby. Sounds like a bunch of lust. Baby, she was trying to get back that teenage love affair. I'm trying to make sure I got all y'all comments. My husband, now ex, would be arresting me because I would be taking off on that bitch. Okay, boy, mom. well, boys' moms, because she has 2 boys. Okay. That's what I'm a girl mom, and I'm ready to pull up. Okay. This hex card was definitely pulled. Yeah, that whole card was pulled because he said, okay, well, you ain't bring Tim over. And baby, she brought Tim over, and they was bumping and grinding, moaning and groaning, and he was in there crying. Now, that's how you get piled up. Okay, like I don't know how he was able to just remain in the house. It had to be mentally torturing because this is somebody that he's referring to as his cousin, someone that he's really, really close with. Okay, and to be in the next room, sleeping in the next room, and hear this going on, and he remained in there, baby. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have been over there with Miss Latasha trying to give me a lesser charge, okay? Crime of passion. Okay, big girl, what you gonna do?
Try to play like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about the simple fact that I asked this man, this boy, I'm sorry, because he's not a man for real. Let's talk about how I asked this boy, Devon Mayo, let's go to counseling. He didn't want to do it. Why we go to counseling?
These people
if
don't
there's
work.
nothing this and there's nothing that. Why would I go to counseling for people that he suggested counseling when I was finally over with? Okay, so let's also talk about how multiple times I went to his mom to get him right. I promised to God, right hand to God. I went to Tanya Mayo multiple times to get her son in line. And guess what happened? 3 times, y'all.
She should have been named Miss Boogie Down instead of Tanya Mayo. Because, baby, I don't know now. In my Trick and Trina voice, I don't know now. Well, you gonna call me about mine, and I ain't pulling up, okay? And I'm a girl mom, okay? We're pulling up. Because you said it's an issue with my child. And I need to do what with my child when I know you, the slut, the hoe that's disrespecting my kid? Girl, you don't call me about my child unless it's a 911 emergency. I mean a medical emergency. Because it's not going to come out good. Don't call me thinking like I'm a kiki with you about my kid. Because it's just not happening. Like, yeah, I could come get him for sure. And pack all his shit up. But I'm going to lay some hands on your whole ass.
Not once, not 2, but 3 times I went to his mom and I kept asking her, hey, I need you to get Devon in line. He's not leading this marriage. Why do I need to stay in the marriage if I'm leading it? Am I the husband or am I the wife? He didn't want to lead.
Your boy,
he didn't want to lead this marriage. It was so many things that Devon did not want to do. Stop, Poncho. So many things that Devon did not.
And look at her. Like, I'm not trying to body shame nobody or nothing like that. I'm not trying to, talk about nobody's looks. But, baby, you can get another one of these. Tits to the floor.
I want to do in the marriage. So guess what Brenay did? Brenay got fed up with it. Okay? Brenay got fed up with it. If I'm going to be the husband in a marriage, then why not be by myself? Okay? Cool. Second thing, I didn't finish watching all of his video because someone sent it to me. I didn't finish watching everything, but I hope they screen record this and get this all around the internet if you want to. Number 2, let's go back to his mom. It's so funny how his mom's sitting on the internet trying to play like her son is so innocent and so, he's the victim of everything when he's not. You and I both know that because I came to you multiple times and I was asking you, Tanya, I'm begging you, get your son.
Disrespectful right there. These people are in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina. Okay. And you calling his mama Tanya? Girl. It's Miss. Okay. I don't care. I'm in the South. It's Miss. Okay. You don't call me by my damn name. You can't call me mama, but because my daughter don't like nobody calling me that. But it's Miss. And for the married moms, it's Mrs. The fuck? Tanya?
Son, together. Please, I'm literally begging you, right? Let's talk about the fact that he mentioned something about a park. We was at the park, and I said a hypothetically question. That was way before. That was, and when I asked him that, I don't honestly, to tell you all the truth, I don't remember asking the hypothetical question.
But did you
and
go over there? Do you remember bringing Tim over there while he was sleeping in the next room and busting it open and spraying it wide for Tim? Do you remember that? Okay.
Question. It wasn't towards me being with him. It wasn't towards me being with him. And if it was, that was after the fact him and I already decided not to be together anymore.
But why you ain't moving?
Let's clock that T. He trying to act like he's spilling something and he not. And let's talk about the time where I was there for a whole week at their crib. And let's ask why I was there the whole week.
Walk around in them booty shorts doing TikTok challenges and TikTok content with Akira, knowing you were sleeping with her husband. Let's talk about it.
Why, Brenay? How come you were there at someone else's house?
Because you was over there being a damn stalker, a backstabber, and a hoe.
For a whole week. Oh, well, because Devon tried to buck up at me like he was going to hit me.
Why didn't you call Tanya, his mama? Okay, you called Tanya before, and if he was knucking and bucking on you, I'm going to give him a damn pass, because you deserve it. The hell? He should have pushed your ass down.
Ooh, let's talk about that. He didn't do it not once, but he did it twice. Stop trying to play the victim, bro. Stop trying to play the victim like you really, when you love somebody so much. If you love me so much, why did you buck up at me like you was going to hit me? You ain't going to hit somebody.
Why was you sleeping with his cousin?
That you love, Devon, correct? Why else did I leave for a week? Why else did I leave for a week, bro?
Tim. Stop.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Him and I already had that conversation. And when we decided on separating, guess what he did? He took his ring off and put it in the bag and said, I'm so happy that we're not going to be together. We never really act like husband and wife. We were really.
Girl, you took them panties off and busted open for Tim. That man ain't trying to claim you. You for the streets.
Like close friends just having sex with each other. And let's also talk about the fact that you told me that you married me as a joke. And you expect me to just be like,
he said he was just playing, girl. He was just playing.
You know what? Okay. You said that you married me as a joke, Devon. Let's not forget that, bro. This was way before anything. This was in January. Matter of fact, it could have been in January or December, one of those days. You told me you married me as a joke, and anybody who knows me know Brenay want to be a wife and a mom.
Sure, you look like you want to be Akira.
Anybody who knows that, and you expect me to just be like, okay, we can work it out. No, you said you married me as a joke. You were young, and this and the 30. You want me to just be like, you know what, it's okay. He's just talking. No. And then a couple weeks later, you wanted to hit me, bro.
I'm sorry. We don't condone violence here on the front porch, but I'll buy you out, Devon. Here, fuck it.
Come on, Devon. Stop it.
What, David?
And once he realized it was too late and I was so far gone out the relationship, now he want to play, come on, let's try to work it out. No, I'm done. Brenay's done. Stop with all that. I left you for another man. No, I didn't. If I left you for another man, don't you think I would have been left you? If I
No, because that man was over there married too. Okay.
Wanted to leave you for another man, Devon, don't you think I would have been left you, bro? No, I didn't leave him for nobody. Tim and I.
Girl, she trying to get Tim out of that damn lawsuit, baby. No.
We're not together. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And they're not cousins. They're not cousins. For them to be cousins, the first cousins at that, doesn't that make one of the siblings? What doesn't that make his mom or his dad a sibling of his mom and his dad or whomever? Bro,
that's a part I have not been able to confirm.
Oh, they only thought that they were cousins because they had the same maiden name. Devon is not even a Montague. His people is a Montague.
His mom is. Okay, girl, so that means his mom is. And when his mom got married, his mom name changed to a Montague. Okay, so that right there.
Devon is a Mayo because his dad Come on, bro. They're not cousins. Stop it.
No.
Evan, stop, bro. Stop. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm this terrible person when you know I'm not.
You are.
And then you swear up and down you love me so much. If you did, you would have acted right before we had to get to this. You would have acted right a long time ago when I was going to your mom, when I suggested counseling, when I suggested all of these things, when I was the one that was actually taking lead in the relationship and you weren't. Let's talk about the fact that every single time you look so uninterested. And that's not only on camera, guys. Woohoo, that's not even on camera. That's off camera. He acted like that to me all the time, but y'all don't see that. But y'all always play. Y'all always try to make it seem like, Brenay, you're this type of person. Brenay, you're this type of person. No, I'm not. My heart is literally pure, bro. And I don't have to prove that to nobody.
You right.
I don't have to prove that to nobody. But he's not going to get on here and start lying on me, bro. Especially because I didn't want to come bring it to the internet. Why? Because I wanted to spare him.
No, you didn't want to look like a 304. And you trying to spare your new man, you know. You trying to spare him because you don't want him to have to pay that $3 million over there. I'm just saying.
I wanted to
You trying to save your man. Okay, so this is the new couple, Brenay and Tim. This is Akira. Akira, glow up, Akira, glow up. Show them, baby. The breast is what? Where they supposed to be at over here. Let's run it back. Show them, Akira. They ain't ready. They ain't ready. Look at the breast. They ain't to the knees. Show them. Show out. Ex-wife who? I love that. This is Devon. She called him Devon. I was calling him Devon. Y'all see the glow up? Don't play with him. Show them. He lost 300 pounds right here. And this all she doing over there. She's so happy because we know Devon. I was calling him Devon, but she's calling him Devon. Baby, Devon was over there with the frowny face. But look at Tim. Long as I ain't got to clock in on no job, I ain't got to work. Mukbang.
Social media couple thing.
Look.
All this lady do is sit around and eat. She is looking.
Look. Oh.
But it's
Oh.
They're suing them, y'all, for millions. And I hope they get every dime.
Look at her. Now they's married now. Tim and Brenay. Oh. Oh. I's married now. She want to be Akira so damn bad. She's so happy. Look at her. Okay. Oh, and I can't leave it right there. I can't do him like that. Okay, that's it. That's part one. Let me read y'all comments. Right, I'm from the north and calling mom by her name was odd to me. Right, this too much. Oh, now she leading a household because she a content creator. Easy come, easy damn go. And we know there is a thing called karma. I have called all of my exes and spouses' parents Mr., Mrs., Miss until they asked me not to. Right. The way I would have rolled up and split her wig. Okay. That coconut down the white meat. Oh, baby child. We pulling up deep. All the cousins. She expected that man to make $20K a month because she do on social media. That's no reason, yeah, to belittle and cheat. Well, baby, she over there where she need to be. Her and Tim are a match made in hell. Brenay refuses to take accountability. Super trifling. It's the nails for me, baby. She don't have no kids. Allegedly, the word on the curve is that she had a STD in high school when she was younger, and it went untreated, and now she's bare. This is a hot ass mess, Gabby girl. I told y'all earlier we was coming to be messy. They should not be together. Why? She couldn't go to a relative's house and not a friend whose husband is your ex. Well, ma'am, Nasty Nesto Jr. And what does this have to do with you disrespecting Akira and going after her husband and knocking if you bucking on her grandma? We're going to get to that, though, on tomorrow. He should have hit you, disrespectful ex. Brenay wanted Tim the entire time. They said allegedly it was a setup. The only reason that she really was with Devon was to, have a close relationship with Tim. Okay. She wanted to get her boobies back on Tim, back in his neck and his throat. She wanted to be close to Tim. So in order for her to be close with Tim, that's the reason she dated Devon and married Devon. And once she was able to, hook up back with Tim doing a double dating, baby, she let the bra loose, honey. She let it all hang out. It's them nails. Brenay got them TT checks and decided to belittle Devon and cheat with the one she wanted. Right. She sounds slow. What is up with them banana fingers? It doesn't matter if they're cousins. Right. She is insane. This sounds like they need content to get paid, so they crash out on the internet. No, baby, no, baby. Just like with Ernesto, baby, it's documents. And we going to get into that tomorrow. Like I said, I didn't want to overwhelm y'all, the ones that, aren't familiar with the couples and the breakups, the divorce, the custody battles, the court cases, etc. Okay? She is very unlikable, the new young and the restless. She trying to spare her pockets, right? Because Akira said, she on her Fantasia, okay, but in reverse. Because y'all know when that woman sued Fantasia, and I believe Nene Leakes had some legal issues too. When them people say you messing with my husband, it's alienation going on over here. Let me take it to the courts because they are in North Carolina, and you can't sue someone for sleeping with your husband. Okay, while y'all are still married and living as a married couple, and that's what Akira did. Okay, so she trying to save Tim. Okay, she ain't worried about Devon. Please, oh wow, you love the glow up. I can't stand all this eating on camera. Them mukbangs will take you out. Ew, this can't be real, girl. You are strong, Akira. Why in the hell are you calling his mama concerning your marriage? But why didn't you sleep with your friend's husband? She was only friends with her because she wanted Tim, okay? And how she got to Tim is through his cousin, allegedly, when she married him, okay? She was never friends with her. She became friends because she wanted her man. She was on some single black female-ish, okay? Tim doesn't look happy. Tim over there cheesing and smiling, girl. What? Hold on to y'all seats. This about to get messy. We're going to have to bring seatbelts over here on the front porch. This bad about music. We can't information overload, baby. We going to slow creep it. Tomorrow, when we do our part 2, we're going to get into some of the legal shenanigans, okay? But after the pain, Mr. Charlie, sure, after the pain. Big 304, I'm not ready. So that's part 1. Let me drop the link if anybody would like to come up and discuss anything that we have talked about in the last, 3 lives? We got a slow walker, baby, in my Santana voice. Let me see you walk. Walt, Walt, Walt. You have not seen these videos? Okay, good. The ones that I have tomorrow, we're gonna slowly progress to some of the legal issues that they've had, like the divorce, the custody. Somebody got arrested, baby, for cyberbullying. We're gonna get into that. And on the last part 3, we're gonna get into the court shenanigans, baby. Y'all think they think we cray. They think we off the chain when it comes to the court, okay? When it comes to the going to the courthouse, baby, we ain't got nothing on these people. We ain't got nothing on them. Okay, and how they show up and show out at the courthouse, people was getting arrested. And we ain't talking about for bad warrants, okay? People bringing them pals up in them damn people courtroom over there in Durham, North Kakalaki. We'll get into that on tomorrow, though. Oh, I have a boy mom coming up here. Baby, I'm gonna go on mute because I know she finna drag her ass all up and down this front porch, baby. Hey, Miss Boogie down.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You done got my blood pressure up here. Girl.
I told you we was going down another rabbit hole. If Vicky called me today and I wouldn't tell her nothing, she probably in the chat cussing me out too.
I wasn't ready. I'm with with Miss E. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And my Kevin Hart voice, I wasn't ready. I mean, but I I'm gonna jump right in. I just, my thing is just like, seriously, as a society, like I'm gonna get on my soapbox here. As a society, this is kind of scary. The blatant disrespect that these generations coming up, and of course you and I both having kids in these generations, and like watching the blatant disrespect that they don't have for each other, it's scary, right? Because as time progressed, like this ain't nothing new. People cheating with their friends, husbands, hell, sister, brothers, wives, or husbands. This is not a new concept. We all know this, but it's just now with this social media becoming the height of where it is in terms of just everyday life. These idiots are committing crimes on here, whether it be unaliving one another, whether it be actual SA-ing each other. Like it's just everybody is picking up a damn camera, and this is where we're aiming. Now, getting to this particular topic, my whole thing is like, how, like, you lucky all this woman is doing is trying to sue you. And to my knowledge, I think her ex-husband is also suing Tim. I too was looking up some of the stuff, and I don't think that they're actual cousins. I think that they were boys, kind of grew up each other, as people say, we brothers, we sisters. I do believe it's a play thing. But let's say even in that case, let's just say, okay, y'all are distant cousins and y'all parents are actually cousins and y'all are like second, third. It doesn't matter to me. It's just the blatant disrespect.
No accountability, no respect, and no damn fear. Like they walking around like I wish a ninja would.
And then she getting wrongdoings. Right. That's where I was gonna go with it. This now she becomes silly Cynthia's child, right? Because you standing on business talking about all the neglect and all of the issues that you had. So as a boy mom, let me be fair. At the end of the day, I always remind young ladies, I'm a woman first. And on our Big Sis panel, I was we was watching one of her videos, and I was talking about the fact that the young lady who I would say would be, to me, my son's first real serious relationship, was 2 years older than him. She already had a child. She had her own place. The only place where they were equally yoked was both of them have college degrees, but she already had a whole kid. And I remember when they had their first little instance or whatever. So long story short, my ex, now my son lives with my ex, right? Mm-hmm. And so he knew this young lady. We knew her from them just like being in school together. Because even though she was 2 years older than him numerically, she's only a year ahead of him in school. So they knew each other. And they
Okay.
often was like, with the whole, like I said, social media, got reconnected or whatever, and started dating after the fact. When it's all said and done, I literally told this young lady when they had their first argument, listen, he was still living here. And it was like a little long distance thing, but he was like, showing his behind down here because you wanted to go back to New York. And I had no problem getting you there the safest and best way we knew how, because what I don't do is the backseas. And I told you. But nevertheless, you got up there with your little girlfriend. Now this is all new for him. He's got somebody that's got their own place. She follows her own rules. I get that. But I told her, I said, just like you got that one, you just got another child on your hands. The only difference is that this one, numeric form, is an adult. But other than that, you just got another dependent. Okay. I was like, and so what we're not going to do. And I said, but I want to be very clear. I am a mom and I am a woman first, so I can be as empathetic to you, but don't forget, that's my child. And so although I'm never going to encourage him to be disrespectful, I didn't raise him that way to you or be out here. I let it be known he is not mentally and or financially ready to take on a family. When I dated his dad, it was just that. I was the younger one. He had a child, but he was the one who was established. Let's be very clear. And my son is nowhere near the mental or financial savant that I was at his age. He just wasn't, because at that age, I was already starting to take on a person with a child. And then I became a mother a few years after. And I was like, but I'm telling you, you're not ready for this. The mere fact that this young lady is calling that lady by her name, I wish a girl, I wish a young lady would. I will come and I will beat the fucking taste out of you and let you know, oh, you think we on the same level? Well, let's see what your hand game and your knuckle game is like, because I'm going to show you what mine is like. You think you on my level? Let's get it there, because that's number one. Number two, y'all want to play house and then you want to call when these young men do, which I'm sure Devon's mother, don't know her, don't know their story, but I know when you've had your conversations or whatever, I'm sure Devon's mother had a lot to say about y'all getting married. You claim like he's saying that he was too young when he married you. Devon seems like he's a bit immature. So I know if you really have had heart-to-heart conversations with his mom, I'm sure his mother was very honest about her son. Probably advised y'all wasn't ready to get married. But you see, you kids, y'all do what the F y'all want to do. So now you effed around and you done found out that he may be like, and this is just me taking her side of it. Right. Maybe he was a little F boy. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's very immature, because just based on the conversations that you're saying that you had with him, I get it, sis. You look like, I don't think she's bad looking in the face at all. I think she's got a pretty face. It's just from the neck down, it just goes horribly wrong for her. But in the face, I actually think Brenay is a nice looking girl. But nevertheless, y'all had... y'all both have some insecurity issues, and it seems like, some immaturity issues or whatever, but you was more about your game. You can look at them and tell, even when I used to see her on her little TikToks or whatever have you, you could see like she was the mother and the father and the grown up in the relationship. He was very laid back. He really didn't seem like he wanted to be there. He seemed like he did whatever she told him. There is no equalness in those types of relationships. Somebody is going to end up getting disrespected. And in this case, it just so happened that you are more of an alpha than he was. He just seemed like he had a very passive aggressive type of I'll go along to get along type of attitude. But as far as that goes, nevertheless, there is never a form where in any form of fashion, disrespect should be something that's an option in your marriage. And it seems like between the two of y'all and your communications was getting very disrespectful. No matter how mad I may have gotten with my ex, I would never, ever have had a conversation where we are entertaining, talking about being in an open relationship. I get it. Nowadays, different strokes for different folks. But it doesn't seem like that's the type of situation y'all had. It was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then he was just basically like, yeah, okay, because he probably didn't really care. I agree with her on that. I really don't think this young man is, I think he's going to capitalize on his 15 minutes of everybody being like, oh, Devin, she did you dirty. She's a piece of crap. I definitely think Devin added to that. And I definitely think she just doesn't have respect. She looks like she is definitely not anyone's first pick. Therefore, she's sitting up here with somebody who basically chose her and she was grateful for that. And in his case, maybe you chose her because she took care of you. And these young men nowadays, they're looking for second moms. I have 2 boys. They are looking for second moms. When you see this, young ladies, run the hell away. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, the men nowadays, like Ernesto says, the men's ain't men's no more, because they really not.
Right. Hey, Shan.
What's up, Shan? They not. You know what I'm saying? I got to agree with him. And I'm not even talking on a sexuality. I know my son likes the ussy, but at the end of the day, his mental, that boy ain't ready to be nobody's husband right now. And that's why unfortunately his little relationship ended. And now all of a sudden, what do? He's coming back home more often. I'm on the phone with him. I get a call. I mean, every other day. I'm just like, everything okay? Yeah, Ma, I just want to say what's up. Why I gotta? Oh, because now you're not with your little girlfriend. Now you missing your mama. When I go to New York, when I went for my birthday, you want to come down to Pop's house, which is my dad. That's what the kids call their grandpa, Pop. And you want to come to Pop's house and you want to sit up under me. And I'm like, boy, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got nowhere to go. Like, but you missing me. And I get it. But when I was talking to you, when you was all up with your little girlfriend, you wasn't paying me no mind. And then when this little young lady and a sweetheart, like I said, I've watched her grow up, known her since they were in high school, from the neighborhood. I told her, he is not ready to be in no committed relationship. And you come with a commitment. And I tip my hat off to you. You are a good mom. You are taking care of your kid, but you just inherited my kid. And I'm telling you that, but nobody wants to hear anything until they all of a sudden is like, oh, now she just recently turned 28 and he'll be 26 next month. And it's just like, yeah, but no, see, then I didn't want you to get so comfortable. And that's what I always kept reminding her. I'm still his mom. Because then when she wanted to come with the insults, I was like, young lady, honey, I'm not your mama. Talk to your mama about my son. I can't stop that conversation. But what I'm not going to do is entertain what I tried to warn you about.
Right.
And now you want to sit up here and think you ever think that type of dialogue is going to go on with mine.
That's what I was saying, Miss Boogie Down. I don't, we ain't cool like that.
We not cool like that ever. I'll be the first one to tell you he a lazy piece of, but that's me. That's the woman that gave birth to him. I'm not going to sit up there and have that conversation with you, because no matter what, you were warned. I told you for 2 years, I knew where this was going. I know my child, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, and that's all. And as far as her, through all of this, I'm like, what did that have to do with Akira? Yes, we know your ulterior motive. You already had eyes on a husband, but even with you and Devin going through what y'all going through, why was Akira, who is supposed to be your homegirl, as y'all portraying on this social media, why the hell did she catch those bullets, those strays? I hope Akira gets every dime that she is requesting, because unfortunately, that's another thing. These kids never know the laws. You don't know the laws when it comes to having somebody in your house. You know what? The young lady told my son to get out. I couldn't help but laugh. And this was like in June. She told him to get out. He said, I got squatters' rights. I was like, honey,
hell no. Now these ninjas know they got rights.
That's what I'm saying. That ninja told her. I was like, well, when it's all said and done, I'm literally, my ex-husband was like, you ain't gonna believe this. Yo, check this. And he's telling me, and I said, well, that's my child. Yeah, he know his rights. And I was like, but again, I was like, now in my mind, I know that's right, but But the reality was she couldn't just get him out. Yes, I had his dad go and get him or whatever have you. But like I told you, young lady,
Evict me.
You gonna have
he
to,
was like,
you gonna have to walk
what?
me up out of here by the people in
Literally, he
90
was like, I
days.
get bills in here. Yeah, I pay bills in here. I got whatever. And I was proud, but yet I was ashamed. I can't really explain. I can't really explain the emotion that I was going through. But at the end of the day, I was just like, and to the young lady, again, y'all think this shit is cute. No, when somebody mama tell you that they child, they got some question marks, believe them. Stop thinking that your hoo-ha is going to be the magic trick that's going to make them grow up.
No, I like this hater. Ain't everybody a hater. Oh, she a hater. She don't know. I know.
I know he talks shit about me. I know he talks shit about me. I know he did, but you ain't tell how you one of the few kids that done graduated college that don't have no damn student loans because your dumbass mama is paying for that, right? You ain't telling that part of the story, but you telling everything else. Oh yeah, she kicked me out. No, I didn't kick you out. I told you if you wanted to leave, you were welcome to go, but you will not be coming back here. That's what I told you, young man. But again, this generation, y'all hear what the hell you want to hear. Mm-hmm. And then, see, you're not going to drive me crazy. I ain't make it on this planet for 52 years because I'm Bozo the clown up in this piece. Okay. I was like, that's it and that's all. And I always keep telling him, you got uncles, you got aunts, and you got your damn dad. Ask them niggas about me. I'm not playing with you, kid or not, mine or not. I'm not here to have this conversation with you because like my mama used to tell us, I'm going to share with you. I can show you better than I can tell you. So keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. Okay. But until the day I take my last breath, and if you're blessed enough to be here still after me, you will always know, yeah, she was not playing with me because I love you. And I know this world is going to chew your ignorant, slow behind up. So I'm going to do it with love because at the end of the day, I'm still, whether it sounds like it or not, I'm going to be there to catch you when you fall. But see, somebody like this young lady here, I know his mama saw that coming a mile away. Yeah. Told that boy you don't need to be there, but because he was on his grown man. No, I love her and she's good to me. No, you don't love her. What it is that you, just like Tim, y'all are wanting these girls, these women to be us to the second power. You're looking for your mamas. And you want somebody that's going to guarantee have your back, because when that thrill run out with Brenay and Tim, and she realizes that he's costing her more than it's worth, then I'm loving to know what the outcome is of that. And last before Shan speaks, what I don't understand is you already, as Sonia likes to say, right? We talk about that word character. You already know this ninja's character because the word on the street, whether those kids are his or not, is this dude slept with your brother. Devon was going at it with him when y'all were actively married. I mean, because he slept with your sister.
Yeah, the sister. Her twin sister.
He slept with his sister, her twin sister. So he was already out creeping. And you and Akira was friends, and Kira was sharing certain information with you about her husband allegedly cheating on her because she knew of 2 instances where he stepped out on her. And I know she shared that with you, and you knew this, so you knew this dude's character. So it's just like, I mean, what prize do you think you're getting? No, you so used to not winning, sis, that you really think, like Sonia, y'all think taking somebody's weak ass husband is making y'all get the come up, and you're not getting the response that you want. So now you want to get on the internet and bash people's mamas, and you want to sit up here and bash people's you don't know how to raise your kid and stuff like that, baby. I wish it was my son, and I wish she was the daughter-in-law, because I tell you, y'all wouldn't be
imagine her calling you trying to talk ish about your kid, because I don't even think she could be professional. But I'm gonna tell you what a reality is.
My ex-husband would take pleasure. and arresting me because y'all gonna see me on the news and have my full government
We
name
got you,
slash
baby. We
me
gonna go
boogie
ahead on
down.
and get a little corn up for you, baby. We gonna get a little
We
corn up.
appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all. I got y'all. But that nigga would have no problem putting them cuffs on me because I'm going to make sure it's worth getting some cuffs on. Because I'm not coming to argue with you. See that stuff they doing that you're gonna talk about tomorrow? No, that's not what I do. That's not what I do. When I get real frustrated, I start stuttering. So I don't need to be made fun of. So rather than that, let's just get right to it. Let's get right to it. Okay. But this right here, they just lucky that they're in the day and age that they're in, and I don't think they take full advantage of having that. Man, listen, it's crazy, and this social media and what they do for clout and all this other stuff, it's just everything about their business is on social media, everything. Devin wasn't even the influencer. So even if he did get on and he had a few thousand
Right.
people looking, it don't matter. You're the
Yeah.
influencer. You're the one with damn near what is she got over 1 million followers? Like
Right.
stop it, little girl. You want the smoke and now you want to address it. You just not getting the response that you thought you was gonna be
Right.
able to get because you ain't looking like the bad bee that you think you are because you out here taking poor little Kira, because that's what we all saying. Poor little Kira husband would live her with them damn 2 small kids. He's a piece of crap. Like y'all are not winning like you wanted. It's just
Right.
crazy. But I'll let
All
you
right,
come in,
Shan.
Shane.
Cause you know, I got my spin ain't quite like yours because my mother-in-law and I were very, very close. I talk to her every day, and I've been knowing her since I was 16 years old. So I did not call her, I've never called her miss. She never
No, now we
required
said
it.
it was by preference, but
Yeah, and I
we
was
it's
just
by
about to say
preference.
that she
And
when I
somebody
met
said
her,
unless they told me not to in the
that's
chat.
what I was
Yeah,
about
it's
to
by
say. When
preference.
I met her, I did, but she did tell me her name, and I was like, she was like, no, not. So we had a first name basis. But what I will say is, we did have several conversations about this ninja, right? Roommate was took down through there, but it, I'm not. They're different from us. Can I say this? I've noticed these years, these kids want to be married. Have y'all noticed that? Like, I see a lot of people getting married to get married. And
Okay.
it's like, at this age,
Okay.
why are you getting married at 25? Why are you barely busting 30 getting married? You ain't even had a good relationship. You don't even know what you looking for in a mate. You don't even know what you want to do with your own life. Why are you getting married? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you out here talking about I want to be married? First of all, we're not gonna say why you having kids because stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like having kids and being married is two totally different things. And one, because like Miss Boogie Down said, when you get
Mm,
married, I don't give a damn what kind of husband you got. You're acquiring as a female another child. You are.
mhm,
Because
mm.
regardless of what kind of relationship you in, there's certain things and certain ways about women and men, unless you a no good ass woman and you got you a no good ass man, like women are naturally nurturing, most good women. So, and then you got some bad women that's naturally nurturing too, but they take it to a different level. And it all depends on it does depend on what you were around, your environment, and all that too. But what I see a lot of, and I'm just like, what the hell is these younger kids in their 20s and early 30s getting married and not knowing what marriage is? Because remember, we had some examples of what it is and what it was not that we wanted to be in as marriages because
Yeah, I agree, Miss
you
E.
Mhm.
know all that stuff. But what I'm saying, like, it's it's definitely being married because that's another adult is weird because you are parenting. Like me and my husband had this conversation the other day. I was like, damn, I taught you a lot. I raised you well. And we just laughing because he like because I'm like, I done taught you how to cook some things. You do good. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just gone for the house for a minute. And he was like, I was like, y'all didn't even eat too much. He was like, yeah, we ate a couple nights a week. I cooked, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, damn, I raised you well, because when I met you and when we got married, sir, you could not cook. You could not boil water right if you wanted to. You would try, and yeah, you want no bum or whatever, but I taught you well. And it's not certain thing, and that's why to me, it's harder being married than it is having kids, which people don't understand. Even though, like, I agree with Miss E too, having a kid is a way bigger commitment and it's more important to me because you should be instilling in another human being and teaching them things from the gate because they're more impressionable as smaller children. It's a bigger commitment, but to me, marriage is a lot harder because when you're dealing with kids, you kind of dealing with a blank slate. And when you're dealing with this adult, you might be dealing with a bum already, or you might be dealing with somebody that don't. And I see a lot of people get married to people who don't kind of have the same idea of marriage and relationship as they do. And that's a problem in itself because if y'all not in agreement as to what this marriage gonna be in the first place, y'all starting out wrong. Because most people, like I've been with my husband over 20 years, we've grown and we've changed. But as you grow and you change, you have to learn and you have to move. These dummies, you done married this boy to me to get next to this boy over here. And you notice I'm not saying men and women, this girl
Right.
and this boy, you done married this boy to get next to this boy. And it's so dumb. Like you didn't have to do that. You did not even have to do that. But you also got close to this boy's girl so you could learn everything because they are sharing. Because I listen to my younger kids talk, how they talk to their friends. They share a lot. My friends don't know what me and my husband's sex life be like. They don't know what I'm working with over here. And you never will,
Yeah.
because when I was coming up, that ain't the type of shit you share with your friend, because next thing you know, she in your
Yeah.
bed. That's what I was
Yeah.
brought up on. But they do that now. And it's so, like you said, Miss Bouillon, this social media age and all this other stuff, they're different. It's just like, oh my God. We had this conversation all the time about my kids, boy and a girl, and they're so different than what we were. And my husband, he always, roommate be going down through it. He be, I don't understand. You ain't gonna never understand. You gonna kill yourself trying to, because that ain't us. We ain't them. It's a different time. We didn't have all this stuff in front of us. We didn't know about a lot of the stuff they know about, even in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? So this was, and it's the first time I'm hearing about them. And I'm like, what in the entire
Uh-huh.
world? You know, I'm like, what is
Yeah.
really
I
I've
was
happening
on
seen
the
her
here?
phone.
before,
I
and
was on the phone earlier, so I missed your message. But I said, "Oh hell, I ain't gonna want to talk because she gonna know what the damn live about." You and Vicky, I was avoiding y'all
That
ass.
and that was what I was asking. I'm like, I don't
uh,
understand. I'm confused. But now I get it. And I'm like, what the whole entire is going on? Because these
and I
people,
think
are
one
you
thing you left
serious?
out, Shan, that because you definitely on a roll too. What I think you left out, and I want to know your opinion on that, is her, but you said you're not familiar with them. What I gathered from knowing about Brenay before this whole scandal thing, again, like you touched on about them, these kids just want to be married. Like you said, nobody wants to really do the work. And that's why a lot of us knew either to not, we either got married, and if we got divorced, we knew we wasn't rushing into anything else, or some of
Right.
us waited till later to get married
Mm-hmm.
because we knew that there was work involved with it. Forget the fact of
Yes.
whether or not you had kids before or
Yeah.
not, but
And
the
they don't have
actual
kids
marriage thing
before.
is
Okay.
right. The difference for us is like marriage was taught to us as a different type of commitment. These kids just want to say, if nothing else, the whole,
My husband,
my
my
wifey,
wife.
my wife, and
Mm-hmm.
my husband and stuff like that. And on top of that, like I said, I think the fact that Devon asked her, like, we're missing all of that with this young lady. I don't care, no matter what. Like I said, I don't think Brenay is a bad looking girl. I really just don't. But I can tell just the way she's shaped and everything else and what's being drawn attention to. Now, she has made a Kardashian, in my opinion, out of her circumstance, because that's what her TikToks and stuff, her social media life has been about, is about turning the energy that people are looking at them low full breast of hers coming to her knees, and she made it into something different, and she turned it into her own sexy, giving an audience and a voice to a lot of women that are like her that suffer, I'm sure, from low self-esteem, because people are just genuinely mean, and we say things with no filters. And so you don't know the mental constraints that she went through. I'm sure she was probably a fast little girl, not because she was over sex, but because she wanted to fit in and be popular. Now she's got a voice, she's got a village, she's got people following her. And so instead of still trying to keep a positive, she's just running with that Wendy Williams philosophy that any attention is attention. So I think this dude asking her to marry him, he's not a bad looking dude. Even with his makeover before, he was still a decent looking dude. It was just like somebody wanted me, even though she really didn't want him. What she wanted was for somebody to want her.
I think she wanted Tim.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is even bigger than Tim. What she wanted was to be wanted. Like, see, we get that a lot of times, especially in our communities. We don't really foster enough in our kids, because I see it in boys as well as girls. We don't foster enough in their worth, so that in her case, she could have said, in her mind, she probably didn't think telling him no, because that's not who she wanted, was an option. What it was like, okay, somebody wants me. He's a good guy. He's a decent guy, or whatever have you. He's not a bad looking guy. Boom, let's go for it. As opposed to, no, I don't love you. Like, we don't even hear these kids talk about the love word, or the L word, or however they phrase it. You don't even hear that. It's just like, well, he's nice to me. No, and that's a good thing. I hope he is nice to you. But why are you marrying him? Or why are you marrying her? Oh, well, she's cool.
But
She needs
I'll
me.
tell you why they're getting married, because it's not, I will say that may be part of her issue, but I believe, like I was speaking on, the issue is what she was telling the mother-in-law. I'm gonna marry him. I don't know this cat, but this is what I expect. Even though we ain't talked about this, I don't know this. I have no clue. I'm going in like 3 blind mice, and I'm just gonna marry you. And this is what you're supposed to do, and this how you supposed to be. But you don't know this person. Like, me and my husband was together for a long time before we even got married. But the thing was, I wasn't wanting to be married, because I always said when I got married, I want to have a marriage like my grandparents' marriage. Not like my parents' marriage that was busted. Not like some of the other marriages in my family. But I wanted a marriage that was going to be somewhat equivalent to what my grandparents have. And I feel like I do have that, because I got somebody that's, regardless of what, they're going to take care of me, and not just financially. They're going to take care of me, because when I got sick, he was there 1000%. I ain't even have to worry about nothing. It was he there. Now, I just see some of these other marriages, and I'd be like, what in the world? Why are you married? What is going on? Like, you got a whole, I hate when people say you got a whole husband, or you got a husband and you did it.
Oh no, Pete.
Every husband ain't
that woman
her
got
husband.
9 kids and a husband.
Right. Every husband ain't a husband. What you say, Lady T-Bug? Husband. These niggas ain't all husbands. And this is I think a lot of these people see stuff just even on social media and be like, oh, well, he was a cheater, he was this, he was that. But now, oh, it's great, them and their husband. But I'll tell y'all one person who I even was flustered by was Remy and Papoose. That was really a big thing. Like, everybody wanted that black love, right? That's what these people out here was thinking. They was finna get that black love. It was blah, 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 blah. But look what they was hiding, because they was putting in the public what they wanted in the public. But look what was really hiding.
Right, that's what I was about to say. It was what, and I'm gonna tell you why that was well hidden. First of all, let me be very clear. Hats off to Papoose, but we all of us from New York that know that little sector, because one thing I loved about him, Remy grew up not too far from where I am, but I'm like 10 years older than Remy, so she wasn't my friend, and I'm not going to pretend like that for social media, but I know Reminisce and I know her family, okay? At the end of the day, Pap, being from the streets of Brooklyn, though, or whatever, everybody knew, even while she was down bad, like his side piece knew her place. She knew her place. Pap is a few years older than Remy, and his side piece is this chick that he actually used to smash in between a couple of his baby mamas. But that's no here nor there because I'm not here to tarnish him. He held her down, but it was like because he held her down, he was out there doing what he was out there doing. And people respected that he wasn't flaunting this chick out in the street. But be very clear, Papoose was nobody's celibate anything during the time that Remy was in jail. Let's
I
be
don't
clear.
blame
And
them.
it's
That
not
was
because
7 years.
right, not
I'm
because
talking
of
But
their
about
they,
all
what
conjugal
the
I'm
visit.
saying is
Right.
servitude.
they hit it. No, I
She
know
talking
that,
about
and I
after he
understand
got
that.
out. You talking
Right.
about
I
after
was,
he got out.
yeah, I'm talking about
Right.
after she got out and what they
Yeah.
was trying to portray. Like
Yeah,
they
the
was
black
trying to
love.
portray something that wasn't happening, and now
Mm-hmm.
that we all see, and I'm saying this
The
is
black
what
love,
these
yeah.
kids, yeah, this is what these
Shut up,
kids are
please.
looking for. Right. This is what they're looking at and wanting and
As
saying,
an
this is what I'm
example.
gonna
Yeah.
have,
I got
and
you.
I don't need to do the work or the homework or the beginning because I'm gonna tell anybody that everybody I know that's talking about getting married, we have really hard conversations. They look at me like I'm stupid. I be like, don't think because you getting married, this finna be. I'm like, I contemplate divorce at least twice a year, and they laugh at me and they be like, no, I am serious because it's not. This is another adult that you either have to, y'all gonna have to either work together or it's not gonna work,
Hey, Lady
and
Janice.
people don't understand that. And you have to, I tell people, like, I got a friend, she was getting married, I said, don't do it. And I never generally tell people that, but I know her so well that I said, don't do it. I said, give it some time, do some other stuff, just wait on it. And had she waited, they would have never got married. But she got married, and it's been the worst, like, 8 years of her life. And why it's taking her 8 years, I don't know. And I ain't say nothing else after I told her, don't do it. I ain't say I told you so, none of this
But
other stuff.
Shan, you know,
But
some people are sticking up because the odds were stacked against them just to not do the
Conform to
divorce, or
society's
so people can
beliefs.
say I
and
told
that's
you
and that's
so, or to
yep.
look
And
a
that's
certain
why,
way.
yep. And that's
Right.
why I said she the only person I ever said that to, and I said, I ain't never doing that to nobody else again. Cause maybe she wouldn't have if we just had a conversation because the things that I saw, and I know I'll be the first one to tell you, when you in it with somebody, you don't see what other people see. You don't see some of the stuff,
Yeah.
some of them flags busting you upside your head. Sometimes you don't see them until they done cracked you to the white meat. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
because I know in my early years, I ain't see a lot of stuff that I should have, that I had my blinders on big time, but I didn't get run down through there like some people. But
Right.
it's like you don't see it because you in it type of thing. And literally, these young people, all I see is the good. Like people see
Oh
me and my
no.
husband out and they be like, oh, y'all so wonderful. I want y'all really no the hell you don't. Because you don't know what we do
Yeah,
behind these closed doors. You know
Yeah,
some of
that's
that's
the
right,
hard
right.
conversations we done
Lady
had,
Janice.
So true.
all this
And
stuff.
let me go a step further. No, a lot of these young people, I work with a young lady who is literally, she just made 40 this year. I just made 52. We're both born in September. I met her when I moved down here and I started working for the company that I work for. I just made my 7 years. I'll be 8 years come this spring, right?
All
That I've been
right.
living in Georgia. Okay. This young lady, when I heard her origin story of her, because she has 3 children in total, but her youngest child, father and her were getting married. And so I was just like, oh, okay, and she was like, we both have been married before and had kids with our previous spouses or whatever. But when she told me her origin story, literally, she told me that she knew dude, like they grew up together, they knew a lot of the same people. He always knew the type of person he was. He was a playboy. He was out there, out here in these Atlanta streets doing his thing or whatever have you, but they were friends. So it always baffled me in the back of my mind, but I didn't say anything because, again, I don't really know anybody out here. I'm getting to know folks out here. But in my mind, I was just sitting up here like, okay, so you had a kid with this dude and you about to marry him, and you basically indirectly, let's call it what it is, let's use today's terminology, you marrying a fuck boy. And Needless to say, they were supposed to have gotten married. Like I said, supposed to have gotten married this year,
But
June.
thank
They
God
broke
she
up
did.
last year.
If she didn't
They
marry.
broke right. They broke up last year. Now they have a beautiful little man together. He's adorable. Every time she brings him to the job, that's like my little. All little boys love me, but I wish I had me a little girl. But that's nor here nor there. Um, but I wasn't surprised. And so one of the other young ladies that I work with, they was just like, like Miss Boogie Down, like why, why you kind of like don't say anything when our coworker is talking about, the breakup with her and her son's father. And I was just like, because when she described him, and again, this is just my way of thinking, and I get it. I was like, I'm older than y'all, because the young lady I was talking to, she's probably about 43, 44. And like I said, the young lady that went through this just now, she just made 40 this year. And I was just like, I wasn't surprised, because she basically said he was a fuckboy. He was out here running the streets, disrespectful to his kid's mother, or excuse me, his ex-wife or whatever have you. And basically in her mind, she cleaned him up and had him on his act right. He became a father with her. And I laugh because I think about what we're talking about now. And I was just like, yeah, you can't raise somebody else's child. Like at the end of the day, that's the role that a lot of these dudes are looking for, women that remind them of their mothers. But let's be very clear, I'm not your mom. And so when you take on this role, and I get it, he was nice or whatever have you, and because they were friends, I guess you felt like, well, he knows that I know who he was and this and this and that. No, he might still have those tendencies, but because we nowadays, especially as women, we still got this, and especially my sisters, we got this we can save them mentality and love them past their pain. We're not factoring in that some of them don't want to change. They're saying what they need to say so that they can get what they want to get. And what I'm seeing with this generation is they don't care. It's not that we're not warning them. It's not that they're not being told, because like I said, with my own child, I was very transparent with that young lady. Girl, run. This dude, he just became your second child that you don't even realize you just had. And at the end of the day, she didn't want to hear nothing. Then you want to call me and now my ex-husband, when this ninja telling you he got squatters' rights and he ain't going nowhere. And legally, he's actually correct. Now, we done raised him better than that. And I'm like, Ninja, you go ahead and feel comfortable closing your eyes. If she me, you may not wake up. Now, and that's it. And that's all. Now, don't get it twisted. Your mom's going to come and avenge you. But nigga, you had it coming, because that was just the dumbest thing you could say to this young lady. You ain't doing what you're supposed to. If she don't want you in her home, which you ain't had no business moving into somebody else's something anyway, you should have got something y'all established together. Leave her apartment, please. That's it, and that's all. But they don't care, Shan. They are not looking for the rights, because some of these guys are very, very much, especially for these young ladies, are very much in their face. They're very immature. They're basically telling you what they're not going to do, what they expect you to do. And we're sitting up there like, yay, I got a man and I'm going to make him right. And when his mama, like me, is telling you, run, he ain't ready, he ain't mature enough.
Yes, I was going to get to that, nigga, Janice.
You want to prove me wrong, and you going to do what you want to do. So now you effed around, and now you done found out. Now you calling his mama and you calling his daddy.
Girl, stop.
And you asking us to please talk to our son to get him out your house. And then, indirectly you like, because if my brother, well, now wait a minute, he got a brother too, and he got a father too. And so you don't want to go down that road. He got some uncles up there, and my brother up north, he ain't wrapped too tight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. So no, you don't want to do that. But what you want to do is, collectively try to have a decent conversation with him. And, God willing, the way we taught him, he will leave your home. But what we not going to do is call his mama, and tell me what you think you're going to do to my child. Honey, your child will be orphaned. Don't fuck around and find out with this bitch right here. But at the end of the day, I understand your pain, and listen, I already done told him. But truth be told, you set yourself up because you allow the playing house thing when people were, you saw the red flags, you called when there were flags, but you were still determined to prove me wrong about somebody that I gave birth to, that I raised. And so therefore they don't care. And then when they're not getting their way because they have this now new outlet that we didn't have. So I don't want to be unfair and say that maybe this wouldn't have been a route a lot of us would have took. But now they go on social media and they tell all their business. And they're sitting up here and now they got their little followings or their large followings of people giving even
Yeah,
more bad advice.
I got
yeah,
a
they
question.
do.
I'm totally off, but it just popped in my head. So, what
Mhm.
kind of work did she have done? Like, y'all
Hold,
said her things
hold
hang to
that
the ground.
idea before we get off of this, so we won't circle back around and we can get more into that. Because I need to know that too. Hold that thought.
Oh,
That
okay,
is
okay.
Tanisha saying what I was
Mhm.
thinking. We always read each other's minds, even if we on the opposing side. But anywho, a lot of these women is in love with the idea. These men not promising them anything. They coming in with a trash bag and a
Right.
fucking baseball cap. And they like, oh, you don't have no
Yep.
clothes. And they going and buying a wardrobe. Oh, you don't have a bank account. Let me put you on my bank account and give you a separate debit card. They are doing all this without even these
Yep.
men asking them to do it. You don't have a car, but you can
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
drop me off at work.
Mm-hmm.
And these men,
Mhm.
since I started out, not doing nothing, providing nothing, promising anything, you,
Right.
my dear, you're gonna have to keep that same energy. Because once you start pressing them, when you get tired, listen,
Mm.
ma'am, listen, Linda, I did not come in here telling you I was gonna be in a monogamous relationship. I didn't come in here telling you I was gonna protect and
Mhm.
provide you. I didn't come in here with that. You may have thought that that's what it was gonna be, but I never said that. So let me get my game system that you bought me and get them same trash bags and find me somebody else to live with, because they never gave off that they wanted to be that man. But
Yeah.
again, us women sometimes, or he want me, so let me help him. We supposed to build together. We supposed to, but baby, you doing it, the building all
Build
on
it
your
by
damn
yourself.
own.
By yourself.
No,
By
ma'am.
yourself. Yep.
And it's,
Yep.
okay, Shan.
Or
Now that's what I wanted to get out.
Okay, so what I mean, because you said it when one of y'all said it when y'all was talking about her earlier about how lady, I think Miss Boogie Down was saying her self-esteem low and she did some things. What did she actually do? Like, what's the backstory on that?
just kind of
Like,
like she did like a makeover for herself, like coloring her hair and
Mhm.
like trying to dress a little bit better
Like
and stuff
Akira.
like
She was
that.
trying to look like
Yeah.
Akira.
Yeah, she was to me. She really was. She was trying to, but I'm gonna go with this because I don't know that to be true, as Lady T Bug always says.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, she did like a little makeover to herself. And that's why I said, like, me personally, I never thought that she was ugly ever. Like that, I think she's a nice looking girl, actually. It's just she's kind of towed down from the chest down. But
And
you
she's short
know,
too. She's short. She's a
that's what
shorty.
I'm saying. And she really, really needed a serious reduction. But again, she took her situation and she just capitalized on it. That's why I said she kind of Kardashian the situation. She just took what was being drawn attention to in such a negative light, which is them breasts, and she just basically ran with it and appears to have a confidence about where they are, because she really does need a reduction.
She do.
But again, you wanted that social media fame, and this is what the kids want nowadays. Like my girlfriend, very briefly, she had a child when we like right graduated college, and that relationship didn't work out. But then she got married to a dude who was about 5 years younger than her, maybe like about in her early 30s, and he was like in his late 20s, and they have two kids. So she's now, I think the oldest of them is like 21, and then she's got one that's just coming out of high school next year. And in that, I was like talking to the 21-year-old, and all the kids, you're always their adopted aunties. That's why I said I don't know if these guys are actual cousins or if y'all just like kind of like grew into this. But nevertheless, she's always and I'm like, well, what are we gonna do when we finish? Oh, I'm gonna be an influencer, auntie. And I was just like, what are you influencing? What are you influencing now?
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted to know was like, what's the plan? And she's just like, you're like my mom. You guys don't believe in our generation. It's no. You're getting a little hostile, which is also part of the problem.
Right.
You're not listening to understand the question,
No
honey.
need
You're
to be
listening to
defensive.
respond.
I'm just
Right.
asking, like, what's your brand? What you going,
I was
what's
just
your
like, there
target
you
audience?
go.
Where is you going with
There
it,
you
baby?
go. When you said you're an influencer, I have a dictionary of thesaurus. I understand what the word means, and I know what it means to you guys. I just want to know what your brand is going to be. What are you influencing? And you automatically went on defense. And I was just like, your mom and your dad work hard to make sure that, you guys have had a great life, not a good life. You guys have had a great life, private schools, all of that. And God bless, you guys are good young people. But I'm just saying, what's the next level? What are you influencing? Are you talking about tech? Are you talking about fashion? Are you talking about makeup? Like, what are you influencing? You just want to be on somebody's social media. And I said, and a lot of you kids, no disrespect, you're babbling about nothing. And that's like, you're not saying anything that's going to captivate anybody's mind. So all I'm asking you, again, and you don't have to answer it right now, but when you think about being an influencer, what do you want to influence? What do you want the world to see when they turn on their TV? As opposed to, or their turn on their phones or laptops, whatever. What do you want them to see, and what is it that you want them to hear? And she just, she stopped talking, of course. And I was just like, but again, that's my whole thing, because, if you ask me what I want to influence, I want to empower women. Like I already know what I want to do. I just haven't initiated getting to that level because there's other things that I need to look at. But I can give you a gist of what my plan is. Now that may change.
Level.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, but you don't even, other than telling me you just want to be, having us look at you and listen to you, and you're beautiful, you're good, you're easy on the eyes or whatever, very well articulated in your speech. But what are you going to be talking about, and what are you going to be influencing? And that's all I'm saying. When you guys come up with this, stop always have a plan and have a target goal, even if you don't make it. Because goals can be changed and dates can be changed, but put something in motion and it'll give you something to strive through. And I was just like, and that's it, and that's all. I don't want to knock your hustle, and I don't want to knock you from wanting to influence the world. I hope that you are able to influence the world. You know what I mean? That would be awesome. But again, what are you influencing them to do? What are you influencing them to be? What do you want out of this? And I said, and remember, even though the type of fame has changed from generations to generations, understand this. There are going to be times where you're going to be out in public and you don't want to be bothered, but because you done made it where every time we turn on our TVs and turn on our phones, we're seeing your beautiful face, hon. Remember, people don't care that you eating or you just having a moment where you just want to take in the sunlight. They want to autograph. They want to talk to you. They want to ask you how you doing, and make sure that you are responsible enough and well trained enough to know how to handle that. Because what I can tell you this is, groupies don't change. I don't care what generations they are. Groupies don't change. If anything, as y'all have gotten more access, it's gotten more aggressive and it's getting more and more intrusive. I was like, back in the day, we had to write a letter to a talk show host and hope that we can meet our favorite celebrity. Now, because everybody's outside, everybody's in each other's faces. And just remember that. So remember, who much is given, as the Bible says, much is expected. So when you're out here and you getting people's coins because they're sitting up here supporting your cause, remember, when they want to have 2 minutes, everybody thinks that Everybody
Mhm.
thinks you owe them something and you owe them that time and or conversation. So just know what you're getting into. Because again, as we're going back to this couple that we're talking about here, or this young lady that we're focusing on, you sat up here and now you done put it all out there for the world to see. So you got mad because you originally was portraying to us you and Devon and couples goals and black
Right.
love, and now y'all ain't together and you kind of did him dirty and you mad because people have opinions about it, but well, it doesn't work that way. You introduced us to Devon. Devon didn't come out here and introduce us. You did that.
Right.
And now you mad because you tired of Devon, and now you done got with his play cousin or real cousin, whatever. And now people are saying, hey, you trash. And you don't like that. Sonia,
Right.
Cynthia,
I
you
agree
don't
with
like
that, Miss
that.
Boogie now. All right, y'all,
You
get
don't
ready
like
to put your last thoughts in the chat while we wrap it up here on the panel. Go ahead, Shan. Did I cut? I think it was Shan was going to say something.
I was just, I saw you had put last thoughts down there. I was just gonna give my last thoughts. My
Let's
last thoughts
remember
on
part
this.
2. We got 3 parts. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I thought we was coming back for some more info, but I didn't know it was 3. Good Lord. But my last thoughts on this right here is this is crazy. I just
It gets
never
worse, don't it, Miss
I'm
Miss Boogie down? Tell her it gets worse.
oh,
I'm like,
baby.
wow. I because I've heard of getting with somebody, dating them to get close
Hmm.
to somebody else, not marrying somebody to get close to somebody else. That is
That's
so
crazy.
weird to me because just a little bit that I have heard, it sounds like you married this dude to get close to this next little boy. And that is wild when you could have just went to that little boy, and from what y'all said, she basically was turning herself into his wife. Do you not know he has the real thing? He does not want you. He does. He taking you now because he's seeing something that, okay, you gonna do something that the wife wasn't gonna do. So I'm finna roll over you too, because guess what? He ran over his last wife. What makes you think he not gonna do the same thing to you? I just can't wait. This is hilarious and it's crazy and it's wild all at the same time. Cause I'm laughing, but I'm like, oh my God. Then I'm like, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just be like, oh my God, I need to sit my kids down. Like, what the
Yeah,
hell is going on
yeah,
here?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They
oh my
probably already
God.
know, especially your daughter. She probably already know about this
I'm
Yeah.
couple.
like,
They've been
oh
trending,
my.
girl. They've been trending, and I'm telling y'all, think it's wild over in Fulton County courtroom. Baby, we ain't got nothing on these people. We ain't got nothing on them.
Well, I can't wait, and I drop me a message, so because I'm not getting my notifications. I don't know because you was gone. I
Probably,
don't know
yeah.
what,
That's probably
but
what it
I'm not
was.
getting notifications. So drop me a message or something because I want to be here. I want to be here from the beginning because then I have to listen to it fast, and I'm missing some stuff, and I'm trying to catch up. So I can't wait. So we doing
That's
this
why I say we
tomorrow.
gotta slow walk it because it's so much information. If I
It
would have put
really
one
is.
big video, it would have just been too
Yeah, I
much.
would have been like, "What
Too
the?
much.
I can't follow.
Too much.
This too much." But all
Too
right,
much.
well, just let give me. I need to be here because I can't go watch this on my own. I need to be talking to some folks. So just let me know.
Thank you, Shan.
All right, see y'all
Oh
later.
man.
All
Bye.
That's a
right.
good one. I mean, my last thoughts is I'm gonna hold my last thoughts because I'm gonna give a summary because I've been following it.
What?
Like I said before, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't. My last
I think
thoughts
the
is
next
gonna
one,
tie
y'all gonna be
into.
the ones that's not familiar. After part 2, y'all gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
why
let
I'm gonna
me go
hold
talk
my
to
last thought.
all the young people in my damn family because this ain't gonna, no, we can't have these shenanigans over here. I'm sorry, Miss Boogie Doll. This is your last thoughts.
No, that's fine, but I agree. And that's what I was going to say. I will say this. We really need to, it don't matter if you a boy mom, a girl mom, or both. We need to be having conversations with our kids because the games that are out here are for real. And they are really, really, really spearheading them very recklessly. And my biggest thing is even where they stand presently without telling too much. I'm just hoping because as Lady T-Bug said, there's going to be some more stuff that y'all going to be like, wait a minute, what's going on now? The mere fact that it's getting to the level that it's getting to is because of just overall that great word that Aretha Franklin made a beautiful song about, RESPECT. Okay, these kids don't have it for one another. And even though I like I tell mine, listen, I don't ever pretend like we didn't have ratchetness and raggediness. We use different terms
But
and
damn,
stuff
it's
like that in
levels
our
to that.
generation, but it was levels to it. And for whatever reason, y'all y'all really thrive on disrespecting each other. And then you don't leave it at disrespect. You disrespect each other and then humiliate each other and then want to F around and say, well, why he shoot up the place? Why she shoot up the place? And y'all act like y'all don't know where this came from. Like, you gotta be mindful. Like I tell mine, I got 2 boys. They both over 6 feet. Listen, be very mindful because your size will cause somebody to F around and think that they gotta pull out a weapon instead of an good old-fashioned street fight. So you know what? It ain't that serious. Walk away. As long as you and your family ain't hurting, it is not that serious. Just walk the hell away. That is my final thought. And last but not least, Vicky, I love your new picture. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Everybody have a good one. This is fun, and I will be around for tomorrow waiting for part 2 because this is some good stuff, people. Make sure y'all come back.
From Akira and Tim tomorrow. We're going to look at some documents. Yeah. And then we're going to go to court.
Be good. Take it easy, sis. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, thank you, Miss Boogie Doll. Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Maz. And thank you, chat, for holding it down for me. And if you're part of the replay game, baby, thank you as well. Don't forget to hype up my videos. Somebody asked me about the hype like a week ago before I left the second time. Okay. Child, I didn't know what they were talking about. But hype me up. Okay. Hype me up like the affirmation lady. I can't remember her name, baby, but hype me up. I hope it's after church. Miss E, you gotta go to church tomorrow. Oh no. Okay. I'll message you. I may have to come on while you getting ready for church, going to church, because it's 3 parts. Because I'm gonna have to do a double and come back and wrap it up. Because remember, I want to talk about the Vegas case. 10 a.m. Oh no, baby. No, baby. Maybe okay. What about 11:30, 12, Miss E? I'll message you. Okay. Thank you guys for coming back for round 2. Saturday Night Live, and this was a wild one. Even though we are at part 1, we're gonna take it up a notch like Emerald. Boom, 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 boom. On tomorrow. I will see y'all later. I don't want to keep y'all too long because I want y'all to come back to the front porch, honey. Good night, y'all. I'm gonna let Darius take us up out of here. Oh, I hate when this do this. What is the film? I don't know why I cannot remember her name. Flip. Yes, Flip T. Hype me up. Share. Oh my God, I am bad with names. Hold on, y'all. Damn it. I don't know why this do this. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Darius, tell them what we gonna do elegantly.
You've been in our faces lying for the last 2-3 years. And the moment somebody speak up and say something about it, it's cyberbullying. Let's talk about cyber seeding. Let's talk about cyber trolling. Because you the one brought this bullshit to us to begin with. And now you want us to be quiet because this shit is ass fucking backwards. Now you got a problem with it. Girl, you the one started this dumb shit with this dumb helper. You doing this dumb shit online and think we ain't supposed to talk about it. Here's the thing. You a public figure, sweetie. Puddin', you a public figure, Toots. Public. We can talk about public figures. We have what's called freedom of speech, Toots. That's it. That's it. We got freedom of speech. You a public figure. Here's the reality. You don't get to have it both ways. You don't get the opportunity to say, look at my content, look at my content, look at my content, right? As I do. And then when you do something stupid, it's all of a sudden, leave me alone. Don't look at my content. Girl, it's called social media. Do you understand what that means? You put out the media, we're being social. I don't understand why there's a problem. And I will tell it in a comedic way.
Okay, in a comedic way. Good night. Bye, y'all.